it turns out that, well, if you're late for drill, it is very hard to prove you are not late for drill, especially since, well, everyone just saw you walk in late. So as such, it becomes rather perhaps tedious to have a court-martial for things like that. So the guardhouse will not necessarily see that much use for that kind of thing by the end of the 1880s, as perhaps non-judicial punishment starts getting toyed around. Now, as we come down this way just a bit further though, now I've mentioned soldiers sneaking downtown to visit bars a few times. And this is a massive problem for the garrison here. Essentially, they have a lot of soldiers that tend to have a fair amount of time. They have a bustling tourist town downtown that certainly has a lot of bars and taverns and saloons. And because of that, these soldiers who are bored, well, they think it's to be a mighty good time to go downtown with or without a pass, and they often do. And this leads to some rather embarrassing incidents for the post and for the army. For example, on 2 separate occasions, 2 separate soldiers in 2 separate years are found after having gone downtown without leave. They are found drunk and asleep either on or under the porch of a private residence. Not a great idea for the Army's reputation. So in an attempt to curb this issue of soldiers being drunk downtown, the commandant here at Fort Mackinac has an idea. Since the United States Army has recently approved the addition of post canteens, basically a bit of a restaurant slash bar in the forts, well, we're going to put one here in our fort and offer some reasonably cheap but still fairly high quality beer. Now this does wonders, because essentially now that these soldiers have much less inclination to sneak downtown because they have a product here in the fort that is certainly quite passable and also much more convenient to get to, the absent without leaves do start to cut down. Now that's not the only thing though that gets installed in the wood quarters. There's also, if you look on the right side as you look there, they also install a bit of a game room. A billiards table, an early version of pinball, some cards, some tables, even a small library for those soldiers who know how to read. Especially the billiards table becomes incredibly popular. You see, in the first month alone, over 800 games of billiards are played. That'll be around at 5 cents a game, a little over $40 raised just from the billiards table. And when you take into account it costs about $80 just to remodel the whole building, $40 from one billiards table is a pretty good investment. As we head out this way though,